I was lucky enough to be able to participate in the Sonic Racing Crossworld closed beta back in February. While I had some slight issues like connectivity problems, details in the background being somewhat lacking, and item balancing, I left the beta feeling somewhat satisfied. I kinda expected the game to release during the summer with how well put together the closed beta was, but that wasn't what happened. Which isn't a bad thing, the devs got more time to properly polish the game, and we eventually learned that the full game would release at the end of September. But before that, we got another beta to play, and this time it's open for everyone interested, no matter what system they have. What makes it better, there's even more content to try this go around. More tracks, modes, characters, and events to see what makes this game stand apart from other kart racers. Now, if you didn't see my video on the closed beta, I'll link it in the video for you to check out. This video will be more focused on the changes / new features available. Starting off with Extreme Gear finally being playable for races. That was kept locked away in the closed beta. Designated as the boost class of vehicles, the Extreme Gear is centered around drifting and boosting as much as possible. You'll be taking wider turns around corners, and with certain perks to fill up the drift gauge, you'll have a lot of fun with these things. While it's not one-to-one to the Riders games, it's still a lot of fun. When it comes to the track list, there are a couple of new additions here, both with main tracks and crossworld tracks, which definitely helps with the map rotation, but what's especially cool to see is that the main tracks can sometimes appear as crossworld options, meaning Metal Harbor can sometimes appear for a lap 2 option. The closed beta only had crossworld tracks set for lap 2, so having this only increases the amount of combinations you can see when playing. And man, these tracks are amazing. While tracks like Apatos is a madhouse with everyone jammed together down the narrow path, it was still funny to see the sheer madness transpiring. Dragon Road and Halaska are cool to see, mainly because I just love Sonic Unleashed. But the forest stage from Forces was a nice surprise, utilizing the water slides on the track, plus the lizard was a cool hazard. A really nice detail I saw when finishing a race is that the jingle will correspond with the game that the track originated from. Apatos has Unleashed, while Mystic Jungle has Forces. In the closed beta review, I commented on how disappointing it was seeing these mindless Forces characters stare on the sideline and the Chow crowd being just a 2D GIF, but seeing the amount of detail on the tracks elsewhere and other aspects of the game make this not much of a concern for me anymore. The beta gave us access to offline modes to play, mainly one Grand Prix and time trials. Time trials are plain and simple, but cool to see crossworld tracks being an option. Kinda expected these to be seen as second-class tracks, but no, that isn't the case. The Grand Prix, while following the usual 4-race structure, does change things up to add its own unique flair. At the start, you'll be given a rival that comes with unique dialogue for the two characters, and during the races, they'll be your main antagonist commenting on attacks and whenever you pass one another. Helps make the Grand Prix more unique and motivate additional runs just to see what characters will say to one another. Plus, I love the winning jingles for each character, calling back to specific games like Sonic Adventure and Shadow Generations. Also, for the last race of the Grand Prix, each lap consists of the previous 3 tracks you just raced on, showing off both the crossworld aspect of the game and serving as a test of your skills on the previous tracks. The final thing worth mentioning for the Grand Prix is it's cool that the game offers a chance to redo a race with Donpa tickets if you want to try again, along with allowing you to change loadouts before each race. Good to see if you have a specific loadout for a track. Perks or gadgets are still fun to mess around with, the menu got a nice update, and there's a lot more to choose from. I haven't seen a definitive loadout online yet, and with so much to choose from, I feel like there will be at least more than one loadout to pick from, especially with specific characters and additional car parts that will be included in the final release. A lot of people were having fun with the monster truck perk, some people were getting annoyed with it, but it was just funny seeing them holding it before the race even started. Plus, it's only the start of the race, you'll have plenty of time to bounce back after getting hit. Now, what made this beta so much better would 100% be being able to play with friends. Yeah, it was kinda disappointing not having someone tagging along in the closed beta. Here though, I had at least 2 friends tagging along. Seeing them speed past me and throwing attacks to follow up with sorry and laughter was just amazing. And the best part is that they're down to pick up the game when it comes out, which is something I was 100% not expecting. Great for me cause the more the merrier, but also now I have someone to help me with the festivals. A good comparison for the festivals would probably be a Splatoon Splatfest. For a set period of time, online races will consist of teams as you complete objectives during the races. 3 teams of 4 are randomly picked, and after the race is concluded, you're awarded points for your placement, followed by an additional 10 points for doing the best for the set objective. The 3 objectives for the festival included most rings gathered, air tricks performed, and hitting your teammate's vehicle. Simple objectives that just add a little more strategy to races. True, you can just aim for high placements, but if your teammates don't perform well, those 10 additional points could actually save you in the end. Usually when you reach 100 rings, grabbing items become the objective, but now you have to decide whether to do that or grab more rings for the challenge. Knowing the best paths for tricks is essential. You can go in the air, but obviously staying in the water and doing jumps rewards you with points. These objectives help change things up. After the race is finished, you'll be given points that will go to a battle pass, rewarding you new decals, gadgets, and more the further you go. It wasn't hard to reach the end, and after finishing, you can just continue to earn more Donpa tickets and go higher on the leaderboard. Not sure how I feel with only having Festival available, removing standard races, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Regarding critiques I had with the closed beta, items seemed to be more balanced, races felt less chaotic, but not too calm that they become boring. There are still times where I'll go 1st to 10th in a second, but it feels less common. With the feedback from this beta and additional tweaks, I imagine we'll hit the sweet spot with item balancing by release or post-launch. But my main issue with this beta would definitely be the amount of disconnects. I had a few back in February, but man, it felt way more common here. I had 3 back to back, it was crazy. Sometimes I'll be looking at a black screen praying for it to just load the leaderboard. Obviously, like what is shown at the title screen, this is just a beta. And the point of it is to find issues like these so they can be resolved before launch. My guess is since more people are playing, the servers just couldn't keep up. Which is a good thing, more people are playing. Hopefully this will be handled before release. It was annoying, but it was also necessary to see what needs to be fixed. Outside of that, I only had some visual glitches and seeing our names appear twice at times. Nothing game breaking outside of these disconnects. Overall, the open beta was a lot of fun and a solid improvement from the closed beta, and it got me interested in picking up the game again. With so much time going by since February, I wasn't really sure if this was going to be a day one purchase. But since the guys are interested in picking it up and seeing the amount of content here and locked on the menus, I imagine I'll be playing this for a while. Hell, I might even pick up the Digital Deluxe Edition just to play it early. Plus, some of those DLC characters do look kinda fun. So, did you guys play the beta? Any thoughts you want to share? Leave them in the comments below. Also, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So, any characters you want to see in the roster? I've seen people asking for characters from the comics. Never read them, but some of the designs look cool.